This story out of Positive Reflections, I mean, this one was submitted by a couple of different Real Talkers, and I hadn't seen it. This was an absolutely unimaginable circumstance. There's this little guy, okay? He's out of Staten Island. His name's Massiah Brown. And Johnny, here we can just take the video here, and we'll roll this if you're watching us on YouTube. This is from Fox 5. This is courtesy of Fox 5 in New York. Massiah's 7 years old, okay? And so this, by the way, is presented by our friends at Kuby Energy. The first show of every week, we focus on a positive reflection, something that can make our day and restore our faith in humanity. So Massiah, he's in Sacramento, California, right? And he goes out, there's a pool where they live, and he went out to enjoy the apartment complex pool, and he noticed something out of the ordinary. John, you're going to get chills when I say this. So he walks out, he's 7 years old, he looks, and he sees a boy at the bottom of the pool.
What?
There's nobody else there. There's nobody else there, and this 7-year-old is pretty sure that he sees a little boy at the bottom of the pool. And so he dives in, sure enough, swims down 6 feet.
Wow.
Swims down 6 feet, grabs the arm of a 3-year-old toddler whose eyes and mouth were open. Okay, he pulls him to the surface, and then one of Massiah's cousins, Savannah, who's 9 years old, help get this 3-year-old out onto solid ground, and that's when adults understand what's happening. There's obviously screaming for help. They call 911. Savannah, her mom, performs CPR on the child, and by the time that Sacramento's fire department arrived, this 3-year-old toddler was breathing again.
Wow.
This is an unbelievable story. A 7-year-old who noticed something just didn't seem right and did something about it. Now, Massiah's dad, Marcus, is actually an Olympic boxer. He represented the U.S. in London in 2012. He said, yeah, our son swims like a fish. And he says, aside from the remarkable circumstance of him saving a life unprompted, he says he's super empathetic. And so it's really nothing out of the norm. So we wanted to give a huge shout out to Massiah Brown, 7 years old, who noticed something was wrong and did something about it, saving the life of a 3-year-old. I'm sure they will be
attaboy.
Forever friends. Isn't that wild?
That's incredible.
You know, when I saw this, and I want to give a shout out to the Real Talkers that passed this along. There were a couple different ones of you that sent us the story. We love when you send us your positive reflections to talk at ryanjesperson.com. It reiterated to me as well the importance of getting those young kids comfortable in the water.
Yeah.
You know, totally. I know a lot of families do the official swimming lessons. A lot of other families, take it on themselves. They make sure the kids have the floaties and the appropriate supporting stuff so they can feel comfortable in the water at the beginning. But a story like this just reminds you how important it is for kids to be able to tread water for a little bit, to go under the water and have their eyes covered with their mouth, and to understand, what that is. Have you ever seen the videos of like the 18 months old,
of course,
the little toddlers? They can train them to flip over in the water.
Yeah.
It's amazing what kids can do. With just some exposure to the proper training and coaching. And
it's beautiful. Oh,
man, you get a sick feeling in your stomach of what could have been.
Yeah.
But how about Massiah, 7 years old? And the irony of the name is lost on absolutely nobody,
right?
Obviously. Obviously, that's not lost on anybody.
Live
you
it
can
up
send
to
us your positive reflection to talk at ryanjesperson.com, and you can get your free solar quote today at kubyenergy.ca.